It's interesting how we continue to go and go and go with very little relaxation moments throughout the day, throughout the night. And so as you listen to me, I will guide you into some interesting thoughts with music in the background. Perfect time to start to unwind the busyness that goes on in the mind. Now, for a minute or so, your body may not be able to handle slowing down. It may be too used to a high speed, a nervous energy, a fight or flight, or fawn or freeze. But trust me, if you hang out with me right now for a few moments, I will bring your nervous system down. I will help you expand your own consciousness, where you can actually feel in this moment. Get rid of the knee-jerk moments that you'll probably regret later. So think about the last 30 days. Have you had moments that you regretted because you weren't conscious, fully paying attention or being present? Did you overreact with somebody? Even underreact? Were you a little bit sharper than what you wanted to be? Again, it's in the nervous system. And I want moments like this to help the body breathe fuller. So with me, take a full, deep breath in through the nose. And then you'll pause and breathe out lighter and slower through the lips. Beautiful moment. You're going to be breathing anyways. And throughout the day, if we just did a couple deep, beautiful breaths, your body won't automatically hit that high and think that that is natural. And trust me, when you are in anticipation, over tight, your heart is more guarded and or disconnected. It needs to be for the fight or flight. So when you're dealing with your children, significant others, or just humans that didn't realize that you've had a bad day, week, month, or year, when you start to take care of yourself, you won't project that onto them. You'll slow down your own bad karma. So I want you to be mindful right now. This isn't a state of meditation. This is a state of just being in this moment without a big need to up your game for anything. Because if you feel you need to up your game, do you notice now that that would be intensity? Now, I'm not going to take that away from you, because in some moments, that will make you brilliant. If I'm ever out and I need to have an intense moment to figure out what's going on, to protect, to move quick, then I'm going to recall it quick and fast. But if it doesn't make sense to be that way all the time, then I'm going to learn new ways to be more like this. And I'm Diane at Healing Bodies, Healing Souls. I've been doing this a long time. And when you start to, again, stay here, and I thank you for this, because a lot of times that nervous system is going to be, wait, we've got to find chaos. Diane has given us something smooth, and I'm used to looking for chaos, and I am fueled with chaos. And if I can't get it here, I've got to bounce and go someplace else. It's just an automatic thing that you may have created. Now, your body will age. Cortisol will come up. Yeah. And then you wonder why you're always tense. And you think it may be because of your kids, because of your significant other, your boss. But no, it's a you thing. You're the only one that can fuel yourself. Because whatever they offer you, you can say no. So do you see that when you start to be more like this, relaxed, present, possibly even more heart connected, able to take care of this moment more fluid, that you're more in your game, that your mind can actually look for more things, you'll be more brilliant, possibly more interested. And that's really what we all want. We want people to like us and love us. But then I ask myself, am I showing up likable and lovable? Because if I don't show up that way, I can't ask to have that given to me. Kind of give and take. Lowering your nervousness will get you closer to what you want. Being able to access moments like this, again, keeps the body from not aging so much, because it's not working on overtime every minute, every day, every week. Your children will automatically be affected in a positive way. Your significant other may not feel like he or she has to wall up and guard up and go into protection when they get around you. So just think for a moment. Think about a time in your past, because I know you've had them, where you're more carefree. It could have been on vacation. It could have been when something really good and juicy showed up. And I want to take those moments and bring that energy into now. Because I don't want you to have to be on a vacation to feel really good and groovy. It'd be quite expensive. And short term, and not being able to have it for a while. So now that you're starting to relax, now that you're starting to understand that you are fueling yourself too much, and you want to do it where it's just about right, you see that the consciousness of just being present and paying attention to who you are is actually going to make you quite brilliant. Now, I've been a channeler for over 40 years. And when I channel and bring in information, it is to just go into a state of just emptiness, get the information, come back and deliver it. And we all have that ability to. I've just perfected it a little bit more. So as a life coach, people come to me and they're just like all tied up, not going well. And they get to that point where they just can't take it anymore. Well, then we unravel it. But what if you didn't wait until you're at that point where you can't do it anymore? What if you just showed up half raveled? Then we could not have to spend so much time on repairing, but then we could actually just really bring out a amazing groovy person that you were designed to do at birth, but got off track. I know you're a good person. I hope you know that too. And I know you want more, and you can get more. You can have more. How you're fueling yourself will be in the positive or in the negative. Now, do I do everything always right? No, probably not. But I do so much more in the good that when I mess up and I don't do anything as good as I could have, maybe mistreated somebody a little poorly, I've got a really good karma bank that has positives. I can just pull out from the positive karma bank. And there are some people that are just so tight and just kind of messing up and missing the point that they look at their positive karma bank and it may be a negative. So that's another reason. And life, people say life is short. It is not short. Sometimes poorly lived. Because you're going to live as long as you're going to live. And that will be your full life. And I've been meeting people that won't take responsibility about being unhappy, will want to blame others. And I'm going to set it in your lap. So take another deep breath or two. Ask yourself, if I'm not happy, why am I going to stay in this scenario for another 1, 5, 10, 15 years? Because you don't owe anybody anything other than yourself. So, thank you for taking those breaths. And now this music is very slow, healing, relaxing. And just listen to the music for a moment and ask yourself, is my nervous system handling this slow, soft, healing music? Because if it's struggling a little bit, not liking it that much, it's because the nervous system is used to something faster and quicker. I want to say even more frantic. And I could pop on some really cool, fast, good music. But I also want to be able to be in this kind of music. And for it to not rub my nervous system wrong, but to help me relax my nervous system down. So I have over 20 certificates in different healing modalities, and I'm not going to stop learning. I've learned from the best. I've learned from some amazing teachers and people, and even some amazing clients. We're all here for two reasons. First is learn to love ourselves. And that's really kind of what we're working on right now. The second step, because if you don't do step 1, you can't go to step 2. So step 1 is to love yourself. Set yourself up for success. Step 2 is to be of service to others. You don't do step 2 without step 1. It's the airplane. Put the mask on yourself first. So if you don't have any pen and paper right now, then later, or you can pause this and get some pen and paper and ask yourself, if Diane is right, which she is, what is one or two things that I know I could do better right now? Just on my own. And will I do it? Because I tell my clients a lot of times that a 400-pound person knows how to eat better. A person in a relationship, a loving relationship, knows how to love more. But it doesn't mean that they will. So I will work with you, or I work with people that are so confused up here for so many years that they have just forgotten how important they are. And they're looking at other people to change first. And trust me, when you change, your world changes. And that is incredibly beautiful. I've worked with a lot of couples, and sometimes just with one of them. And then they will want to talk about the other person. And I said, no. We're going to talk about you and what you are in control of and when you can change. And then when they start to do that, son of a gun, the significant other changes. Yeah. So you are that important. You are that powerful in your own life. Now, I teach, and some people may not be in alignment with this, but I teach every human to stand up and show up. No more excuses. No more small stories. No more blaming of others. To actually look at yourself in the mirror and really pay attention to what you've been doing, you're going to be quite shocked. But when I work with you, you're going to have your chin up, shoulders back, chest out quite a bit more. You'll be able to speak to another human, another person, with confidence. Because if you can't speak to me with confidence, I'm not interested. If you're going to have just negative stories and whiny stories, I'm going to go sit someplace else. I don't want to watch somebody that isn't doing their own work sit in front of me dysfunctional. I'd rather have a table for one. So my goal for people is to chin up, shoulders back, chest out, and own who you are. I don't want you to be under me. You don't need to be above me. But show up as everybody's equal. And I've went toe-to-toe with CEOs. With one guy had 2 PhDs. And I'm like, okay, let's go. So I want to teach you ownership, especially if you have children. And you may see that, oh, my little kids are doing so well, and I hope so. But are you positioning them well to be strong, confident, independent humans when they get to be your age right now? Because if you're not showing that, they're not learning that. Now, they can learn on their own, of course, but they're going to probably struggle a little too much. I raised 2 daughters alone, and I'll tell you one thing, they knew how to show up. And you can't teach it, you just embody it yourself. And then you give them room to grow their own personality, their own character with strength. So you taking care of you is going to help your lineage move forward. Now, there's one or two people that I've actually said no to because I don't like whiny people. I don't like weak-minded people. So if you're going to play in that arena, then I'm busy enough. I'm probably just going to not want to work with you. But if you are just on that edge of getting there, come on, let me push you over. I'll help you. I'll give you a parachute and some ideas. And I'll believe in yourself. I'll be your cheerleader. But I'm going to push you over. We're not going to just talk about things. Because I want you to be dominant within yourself, but not dominating. So I really appreciate you listening to this fully, completely. And it is not meditation. It is just being soft, non-reactive. How many people have you met that actually listen to argue? Devil's advocate kind of a thing. Again, their nervous system is high. They're not feeling safe. They're not feeling comfortable. And it's nothing to do with you. It is just their body reactions that they're always in danger. And next time you're around them, look at them. They're going to look older. They're going to look more rough. They're going to speak with attitudes, sarcastic. And those people are kind of like non-pleased, toxic. You don't need them anymore because I want you to live a life I don't know that you can enjoy. All my sessions are on Zoom. You don't have to drive to me. You don't even have to be in California. So, take another deep breath. I'm going to throw the ball into your corner. Listen to this a couple times. Do the best that you can. And when you want a powerhouse coach, somebody that's going to, in the space of love and kindness, call you out, get you to understand why you're doing this, what is happening in that moment, and what the reactions are going to be down the road, then you're going to start to open up and want new and want change. Money is like oxygen. Good jobs are all over the place. And if you don't have a good job, it's a you thing. If you're not making solid money, it's a you thing. So with me, the buck stops right here. I'm exceptionally good at what I do. I have a passion for this. And when you're ready to elevate your game, get rid of a lot of the bad habits that you may not even be aware of, I'd love to have a conversation with you. All my info is below, of course. And if you have a business that you are not showing up well in, then we can work on that pretty quick and pretty fast. You were born for so much more. And I want you to receive it. And I know that you can. You just might need a little bit of help. So follow, like, subscribe, all that stuff. Watch some of my videos. Reach out. Let's have a phone call to see if you're really ready to invest in yourself, to make you important in your life, for you to clean up your own path that you're going to go through no matter what, and help you reduce the excuses, which are trauma a lot of times. Just get them out of here. We don't need to keep bringing up a lot of that. We're going to be able to squash it out pretty quick and pretty fast. So I'm quite intrigued to see if you are ready, and if you're wanting to be bold, confident, powerful, successful, on top of your game, and look good, then I'll probably be hearing from you soon. Thank you.